Hello, baseball fans. King Ikeboo coming to you live from the underground bunker deep beneath Tuktoyaktuk. And the King Ikeboo Sports Network is live, and we are going to broadcast today the 1961 World Series with the San Francisco Giants and the Detroit Tigers. This is going to be a great matchup for one reason, for many reasons, but the amazing Detroit Tigers, who dominated the American League, are the huge favorites in this. And while the San Francisco Giants are decided underdogs. Let's look at the standings. In the 1961 American League, the Detroit Tigers had 105 wins and 57 losses, 4 games ahead of the Baltimore Orioles and 8 games ahead of the dreaded New York Yankees, who were the real pennant winners and World Series winners in 1961 with the M&M boys, but they finished 8 games back against the mighty Tigers. And the big story for the Tigers, we're going to bring them up a lot, but the big story was none other than Norman Cash, who in real life he batted .361, which is very good, with 41 homers and 132 RBIs. But in the replay, he batted .400 with 52 homers and 142 RBIs. The greatest season that's ever been in the replay PC Baseball King Ikeboo edition. He has dominated. Hit grand slam after grand slam. He just dominated. He took the Tigers on his back and took them to the World Series, and is by far the MVP of 1961. So forget about Maris, forget about Mantle. It is Stormin' Norman Cash that was the MVP. The MVP for San Francisco, well, you have to probably give it to Orlando Cepeda, who but he didn't even do as well as he did in real life. In real life, he batted .311 with 46 homers, 142 RBIs. And in the replay, he batted .300 with 40 homers and 143 RBIs. Still not too shabby. Willie Mays, if you're wondering about him, the Say Hey Kid, his batting average almost was identical. Although his OPS was 50 points lower, he had 8 fewer homers and about 11 fewer RBIs. But still, he brought, unlike Say Hey Kid in real life, the Giants did not finish in first place. That was the Cincinnati Reds. But here in the replay, the Giants are there. Let's look at the standings for the National League. San Francisco finished 1 game ahead of Milwaukee in the playoff. We played the playoff here on the King Ikeboo Sports Network. Cincinnati, the real-life pennant winners, finished 3.5 games back. The Dodgers, 5.5 games back. So let's get this one underway. Game 1 of the 1961 World Series. Here are your lineups. First, for the visiting San Francisco Giants. Leading off and playing right field, Matty Alou. Batting second, the second baseman, Chuck Hiller. Batting third, the center fielder, Willie Mays. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Orlando Cepeda. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Willie Mccovey. Batting sixth, the catcher, Ed Bailey. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Jim Davenport. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Jose Pagan. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher for Game 1 for the Giants, Mike McCormick. Let's see what Mike McCormick's numbers were in the replay versus real life. We'll go back. He must have been the ace. Here he is. In real life, he was 13-16 with a 3.20 ERA, but in the replay, he was a 20-game winner, 20-9 with a 3.56 ERA. He got more run support in the replay than he did in real life, which led to 20-9 record and the starting Game 1 of the World Series for your Detroit Tigers from Tiger Stadium, the grand old ballpark. Leading off and playing second base, Jake Wood. Batting second, the third baseman, Steve Boros. Batting third, the center fielder, Al Kaline. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, the mighty man, the first baseman, Stormin' Norman Cash. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Rocky Colavito. Batting sixth, the catcher, Dick Brown. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Bubba Morton. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Chico Fernandez. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher for Game 1, Jim Bunning. And Jim Bunning, that's the wrong one. Let's see how he did in the replay. Bunning, there he is. In real life, he was 17-11, 319. And in the replay, 22-8 with a 3.13 ERA. His whip was higher, his ERA was a little bit lower, but his record was much better. So we will go to Tiger Stadium. And there it is. When I was there, I sat, I think it was right about here. Is where I sat. Beautiful seats. There's no bad seat in this ballpark unless you're stuck behind a pole. But here's Jim Bunning to Matty Alou. And we'll get this ball game underway. And he has a chance for a walk, but it's a ground ball to Chico Fernandez for out number 1.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Chuck Hiller. In real life, he batted .238 with 2 homers and 12 RBIs. He was not a year to write home about for Chuck Hiller. These Giants, they struggled all through the 60s with the second base position. If they would have had a decent second baseman, a decent shortstop, they could have dominated the 60s. But they struggled so much with the middle infield. And even in this pennant-winning season, we see that is so. And he's going to strike out. First strikeout for Bunning.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here's Willie Mays. 308, 40 homers, 123 RBIs, and a great center fielder. And he's going to be out. So the Giants go 1, 2, 3 in the first.
Quietly, nothing doing this half inning. Bottom of the first.
I want to hear the guy so I don't talk over him. Can I bring this higher? I don't know if it'll help at all. Here is Mike McCormick to face the mighty Tigers. Here's Jake Wood, 258. Average 11 homers and 69 RBIs in real life. He had a .320 on-base percentage. And he's going to hit a fly ball to Matty Alou for the first out.
1 out, base is empty.
Steve Boros at third baseman, 275 homers, 62 RBIs. Hailing from Flint, Michigan. Not far away from where we are today. And he's going to get close, but he lines out to Hiller for the second out.
2 outs, base is empty.
And here's Al Kaline. 324, 19 homers, 82 RBIs. Let's see how the great Al Kaline did in the replay. Kaline batted .323, almost identical. He had almost identical numbers to his real life, and even home runs one off, and he just had a lot more RBIs just because the team did better, a lot more base runners in the replay than real life, so he had more RBIs. The Hall of Famer, probably, arguably the greatest Tiger of all time.
It's a 1, 2, 3.
But this time he is out. 1, 2, 3, go both teams. We'll go to the second inning. Here's Orlando Cepeda, the MVP of the Giants. And he's going to have a chance at a home run. Okay, we have to roll a 1, a 2, for certain, not for certain. There's question marks by it. But the best chance of a home run are a 1 and 2. And we have a chance at a home run if we roll a 3. What will be our roll? It's a 4. It's only a base hit. First base hit of the game and this World Series for Orlando Cepeda. Here is Willie Mccovey, Stretch McCovey, Hall of Famer. And yet, they didn't know where to play him when he was a young player. Only played half the time. Hall of Famer only played half the time. He had great numbers even back then, but they just didn't know where to put him. And finally, when they got rid of Cepeda, then he became a full-time player. So man on first, nobody out for Cepeda or for McCovey. Gets the right column, but he strikes out. You want to get an even number on the second one when you hit that 6 column. And he got an odd number. He even had the 6. It was set up for a bomb, but he just missed it and struck out. Here's Ed Bailey, the catcher. 245, 13 homers, 53 RBIs for the catcher Bailey. We will just swing away. And he has a chance at a base hit. Let's see. We have to roll a 5 or 6 to get a base hit here. And we get a 4. We're not getting very good rolls to start off. So it's a fly ball to Morton for the second out.
2 outs, man on first.
Brings up Jimmy Davenport. Jimmy Davenport, the third baseman. 278 hitter, 12 homers, 65 RBIs for Davenport with 2 out here in the second inning. And he's going to have an easy ground ball to Boros for the final out of the inning.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the second.
And here he is, Norm Cash. We gave him the biggest build-up we could give. He deserved every bit of it. And now he's up to bat for the first time in the World Series. In real life, he did not reach the World Series until 1968. But the replay, he's there in 1961. Facing the left-hander McCormick. And he has almost got a triple. But instead he gets a pop out to first base. You can see Cash prefers greatly to face right-handed pitchers. McCormick has the advantage here. All these 16s are just long fly outs. While he faced right-handers, this is a possible home run. This is a possible home run. This is a possible double or probable double. This is a probable home run, and this is a home run. The only bad one is the 5.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Rocky Colavito. The worst trade the Indians ever made was to trade Rocky Colavito for Harvey Keene. People still talk about it. They call it the curse of Rocky Colavito. When he's out playing for the Tigers. And this time he hits an easy ground ball to Jose Pagan for the second out.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here's the catcher, Dick Brown. Dick Brown, easy ground ball to Jose Pagan for the final out of the second inning.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
Two powerful offensive ball clubs struggling in the first 2 innings to score runs. Here is Pagan. He will later play in the World Series for the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1971. But right now he's with the Giants in the World Series. And he gets that 6-5 and pops out to Boros for the first out.
Base is empty.
I wonder if he's related to Scott Boros, the player agent that everybody hates. I don't know. I didn't have time to look it up. Here's McCormick. And he has a fly ball to K-line. Easy play. Can of corn for the second out here in the third. Here's Matty Alou. First time up, he grounded to short. 0 for 1. And he went to the 4, but because it hit this, and Bunning is an extreme fly ball pitcher, instead of being an out, he got the base hit. So Alou has a second giant hit with 2 outs, and that brings up the before-mentioned Chuck Hiller, not much of a hitter. He's there to get on base for Mays, Cepeda, and McCovey. Let's see if he can keep the inning alive for Willie Mays. Here's the pitch. No, sir. He lines out to third base to end the inning.
2 runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the third.
So we're still scoreless. Tigers don't even have a hit. Here's Bubba Morton, 287 hitter. And he's going to strike out. McCormick is very sharp here. No jitters from McCormick in the World Series. Here's Chico Fernandez, 248 hitter, 3 homers, and 40 RBIs for the shortstop. Not many powerful shortstops in those old days like they have now, except for one, Ernie Banks.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here's Bunning, his first time up. Gets a good column, but he's such a weak hitter that it's just a short fly to center field. Mays has no problem at all with that one. After 3 complete, the score, San Francisco nothing, Detroit nothing.
Top of the fourth.
Here's Mays. He grounded to the third baseman Boros the first time up. And he has a chance at a hit. We have to roll a 5 or 6 if I remember right. And we roll a 1. That's the furthest away from a 5 or 6. Dribbler to catcher. Brown makes the play. Willie Mays is 0 for 2. Here's Cepeda. He's singled first time up. And he's going to walk. Too bad nobody's on base, because when you hit the 40, you have an automatic double and a run scored. But nobody was on base, so it's just a measly walk.
1 out, man on first.
Here's McCovey. He struck out first time with Cepeda on first. Let's see if he can do better this time. No, he can't. He strikes out again. Maybe that's why he's playing part-time, because he struck out the first time 2 times up. Here's Ed Bailey. Bailey flied out to left first time. And he gets a possible, not very likely home run with the 1. Do have some chances, 5 or 6. And even then, we still have to run a check on Bunning because he gives up so few homers. Let's see if first of all, if you can roll the 5 or 6. We hit the 5! Can you believe it? Now we have to go this. We have to void the 1. Don't roll a 1. He rolls a 6. Now another. We have to check to see if we can get by. We have to roll higher than 2. If we roll higher than 2, it's going to be a 2-0 San Francisco lead. If we roll 1 or 2, it's just going to be another base hit with 2 outs. This is a crucial roll. What it's going to be, we're going to find out right now. A 3. It's a home run into the upper deck of Tiger Stadium for Ed Bailey. And the Giants draw first blood, and it's 2-0 San Francisco. 2-0 here in Game 1 of the 1961 World Series. Here's Jimmy Davenport. He grounded to third first time up. He gets a good column, but it's just a deep fly ball to Morton to end the inning.
Runs, 1 hit, and none left on. Bottom of the 4th.
Now the Tigers getting a little bit of pressure on them now. Can they respond in the bottom of the 4th? Jake Wood flew out to Matty Alou to begin the Tigers game, and he gets here a double. Good start for Wood. He's very fast on the base paths.
No outs, man on second.
Will Steve Burrows bunt? McCovey thinks so. He's playing in. We'll see if McCovey is right. He is wrong, and it's hit to him, so it's an easy base hit off his glove. Wood comes in to score, and the Tigers respond. 2-1 now. That's a sign of a good ball club. When your opponent scores in the top of the inning, you respond in the bottom.
No outs, man on first.
And here's the great Hall of Famer, Al Kaline. He's not going to bunt. We're going to override Davenport's instincts and put him back. Here's the pitch to Al Kaline. Base hit because of the lefty-righty split. Boros to third. Nobody out still. I would say that the Tigers have responded and responded well. There's no way on earth Norm Cash is going to bunt McCovey. This time you're going back. I'm not going to let you trust your own instincts. I'm going to put you back where you belong. Here's Cash. Nobody out. First and third. And he's going to get. See, that would have been a home run if it was against a right-handed pitcher. But because it's a left-handed pitcher, it's a fly ball. The run scores, though, on a sacrifice fly, and we are tied at 2.
1 out, man on first.
Here's Calavito. Ground to the shortstop. First time up. The Giants hope that happens again. That could be a double play. And this time he's going to walk. The fans are happy.
1 out.
It brings up Dick Brown. He ground to short. First time up. The Tigers are looking to break the tie. And no, he hits into an easy 4-6-3 double play to end the
2
inning.
runs, 3 hits, and 1 left on. Top of the 5th.
This is going to be a great series. You can tell already. It's 2-2 in the 5th. Here's Pagan. Popped out to Boros the first time up. He's going to have another chance at a base hit. 5 or 6. 4 again. Fly out to Morton. Out number 1.
Base is empty.
Here's McCormick. Fly to center. First time up. And he's going to strike out this time.
2 outs.
Strikeout number 4 for Bunning. Here's Matty Alou. He singled and ground to short. Right column, bad result. Pop out to third to end the
The
inning.
inning to score. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the 5th.
So the Giants do not respond in their half of the inning. Let's see if the Tigers can break the tie here in the 5th. Morton, Fernandez, Bunning, the bottom of the lineup. Out number 1, Chuck Hiller makes the play for the first out here in the 5th.
Base is empty.
Chico Fernandez struck out first time. And he gets a line drive to right field. He has a chance for extra bases. Got to roll 1, 2, 3 to remain a single. 4, 5, 6 is a double. And then they'll test the arm of Matty Alou. So he gets to second. Now let's see what the arm is. So if he roll higher than 4 again, he has a triple. And he does. What? Base running by Chico Fernandez. I don't know if they're related, Sid and Chico. And he has a triple with 1 out.
1 out.
The,
Man on third.
but the bases come in because the pitcher is up. And they're not going to pull Bunning, I am sure. And that pays off. A base hit because the infield was in. And Jim Bunning helps himself with a base hit with the infield in. And the Tigers take the lead 3-2.
1 out. Man on first.
Here's Jake Wood. He doubled and flew to right field. And he is going to ground out to Pagan, but he's going to reach on the fielder's choice. Much better base runner.
Outs, man on first.
And here's Boros. He singled and lined out. And this time he strikes out. But the Tigers break the tie in the bottom of the 5th with a base hit by the pitcher, Jim Bunning. and it's 3-2 going to the top of the 6th. Chuck Hiller strikes out and lines out 0 for 2. And he's going to strike out again. What did I say about the second baseman of the Giants? Here's Mays. Mays is ground to third and ground dribbler to the catcher last time. He wants to do better. He hasn't not been in the World Series since 1954 when he made that great, awesome catch that people still talk about 60 years later. He hits the right column, but he just has a pop fly to K-line for the second out. 0 for 3 is Willie Mays. Here's Cepeda. He singled and walked. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. And he's going to strike out. Bunning. He helps himself with the bat, and then he sets down the heart of the order in the next inning. Here's K-line. He singled and struck out. And this time he has a chance at a home run. Okay, so if we roll 1, 2, or 3, most likely it would be a home run. If we roll 8, there's a possible home run. 7 or 8, 4. And if you roll 5 or 6, it's just a base hit. And it's going to be a home run for K-Line. 4-2 Detroit. They're showing their mighty power to the National Leaguers. This is why we won 105 ball games in the regular season. And here's Cash. He popped out to the first baseman, and he hit a sacrifice fly last time up to get the Tigers on the board. No, that was a tying run, if I remember right. Here's Cash. He's going to strike out this time. First out of the inning. Here's Colavito. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He's going to be 0 for 2 as Pagan makes a nice play, throws him out for the second out of the inning. And Dick Brown, he grounded into a double play and grounded to short. 0 for 2 is Brown, but he's going to get a base hit because of the lefty-righty split. He hits a base hit to Cepeda, and he's on base with 2 out. Here's Bubba. Bubba struck out and grounded to second base. 0 for 2. And he's going to get a chance at a home run. Oh, this is going to be a blowout. Unless we can roll high. No, we don't. Bubba, he only had 2 homers in the regular season, and he hits one in the World Series. And the score is now 6-2 Detroit.
2 outs, base is empty.
And McCormick is done. That's the thing about left-handers. You can just line up the righties against them and nullify these left-handed pitchers. I think left-handers are better for the bullpen. Okay, who are we going to bring in? It's a 4-run deficit. Jimmy Duffalo. Yeah, sure. Jimmy Duffalo is going to come into the game. And for the first batter, we get to choose which column we choose. Get the roll number 1. So we will take the 3, definitely. That will nullify most hits. Jimmy Duffalo. And he hits the 6th column, but he hits the 1. It's a fly out to end the inning.
3 runs, 3 hits, and none left on. Top of the 7th.
But the damage has been done. Homers from Al Kaline and Bubba Morton score 3 runs for Detroit, and it's now 6-2. And Bunning is cruising along. He's thrown 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 homer, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Here's McCovey, struck out twice. He's been 2 times. He's been a strikeout victim of Bunning. This time he won't strike out, but it's not much better. He grounds out to Fernandez for out number 1. Here's Bailey. It looked good back in the 4th when he hit his home run, but a lot has happened since then against the Giants. And he hits that 2-1 as well. He is out. Easy play.
2 outs,
Looks like the Giants are going to wither and die here in the game 1. Say, hey, we'll get them next time. And an easy ground ball again to Fernandez ends the 7th inning.
Quietly, nothing doing this half inning. Bottom of the 7th.
Jimmy Duffalo will pitch again. And it's close to being a base hit, but it's a fly ball to Willie Mays for out number 1. Jake Wood, he's 1 for 3 with a double. He's going to get another base hit, single up the middle. Over the bag and into center field, into the glove of Willie Mays.
1 out, man on first.
He is a speedy fella. Here's Steve Boros. He is 1 for 3 with a base hit, struck out and lined out. And he gets another home run. What is this? Oh, we have to roll a 1 to avoid a homer. No, we don't. Another home run. 4 different Tigers have hit homers in this game, and the score is now 8-2 Detroit. Here's Kaline, who has one of those 4 homers. He is 2 for 3. Home run, single, and struck out. Ground ball to Hiller for the second out.
2 outs, bases empty.
And here's Cash. You'd say, well, the Tigers are going to score or going to hit 4 homers in Game 1. You think Cash would have one of them, the man who had 52 homers in the regular season, but no, he is not one of them. He is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. And he grounds out to Pagan for the final out of the 7th.
2 runs, 2 hits, and none left on. Top of the 8th.
It is a sleeper here. 8-2 Detroit. And a base hit for Pagan.
No outs, man on first.
Ooh, Duffalo. He's a good hitter. We're going to leave him in. 294, 333, 588. Just for curiosity's sake, how did he hit in the regular season for Duffalo? He batted 250 with a homer, so not as good. But it's time to change all that. He has a chance at a homer, not with the 1. Bunning is much better preventing homers than McCormick was. Still have a chance. You have to roll 1 or 2, and then we have to roll another 6. Okay, we did the first step. We have a chance. So we have to roll a 6 here. You don't. It's a base hit. Pagan to second base.
No outs, men on first and second.
Here's Matty Alou. He's 1 for 3. Grounded to short, singled, and popped out to Boros. And he has a chance at, again, it's the 1-2. So we have to roll a 5 or 6. Let's see if we can do that first. No, of course. There's still a slight chance of a homer. We have to roll a 6 here. No, base hit. But Pagan, will he score? Nobody out. Okay, so we have a chance to roll, to allow Pagan or send him home. And then the runner on second will go to third. So that's good. And the guy on first, Alou, will always hold. They could roll. Okay, we got Hiller up next, and then the big boys. We are going to send him. Why not? Oh, they're just going to let him score. They're not going to throw, so Duffalo stays at second. So now the score is 8-3, the boost check, and Bunning passes the boost check, so we still have to face him for 6 more batters.
Men on first and second.
Hooray for us. Here's Hiller. He's 0 for 3, struck out twice and lined out. That doesn't pay to bunt. We're 5 runs down. He doesn't hit into a lot of double plays. So we'll let him swing away and maybe he'll get lucky this time. Possible walk. Of course, Bunning does it all. He prevents hits well, he prevents walks well, and homers. But we still just have to roll higher than 1, and we have the bases loaded. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to be politely just hit end of play and move on.
Men on first and second.
Just had to roll higher than 1 to have the bases loaded and nobody out. Now what will we have instead? We'll have just a pop out. Oh, Bunning, horseshoes in his uniform today. Come on. Yeah, we would have had bases loaded, nobody out, Willie Mays up. Instead, 1 out, 2 men on for Willie Mays. Come on, you got to do something, Willie. Show what you can do. He gets the 40 clutch hit. He drives a double into the gap. Duffalo scores. Alou scores. And it's now 8-5. If we had the bases loaded, all 3 would have scored. And it would be 8-6 with nobody out. What a key role that was, not being able to roll higher than 1. Here's Cepeda, singled, walked, and struck out. Here's the pitch. Oh, strikes out again. So if there was a man on third, he would have scored on that play.
2 outs, man on second.
Here's McCovey. Struck out twice and ground to short. Come on, stretch. Do something. Hits a 6 and a 5. They get 6 sixes and we get 6 fives.
4 hits, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 8th.
That was our chance to get back in this game. Yeah, we're closer. We're 3 runs back, but... And you're saying, well, why am I pulling for the Giants? Well, I just go for the underdog, you know? I mean, you have a team that won 89 ball games versus a team that won 105. Yes, 16-game spread is quite the gap. You're a significant underdog if you're the 89-win team, so you just hope for a good series, you know? Here is Duffalo is still on the mound. We'll let him keep pitching. He's a good hitter. We can maybe get to him again and let him swing away in the bottom of the 9th. Oh, but no, he gives up a home run. Home run number 5 for the Tigers. 5 different Tigers have homered, I believe. Yep, that's number 1 for him.
No outs.
Man, look at these home runs. Kaline, Morton, Boros, Calavito, and Duffalo. No, Calavito, Boros, Morton, Kaline. That's 4. Getting ahead of myself. Getting too excited. Here's Dick Brown. Duffalo, you're giving up 2 homers yourself. And that time's a fly out to Cepeda.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Bubba Morton. He's one of the homer guys. This time he's going to strike out.
2 outs, base
Chico
is empty.
Fernandez. He tripled. It's almost as good. Hits the column, but he flies out. So now we got to get 4 runs to tie.
And none left on. Top of the 9th.
In the bottom of the lineup. All right, Bailey. He homered, grounded to the pitcher, and flied out to left. Let's get a rally going. He walks. Bailey walks. That J, I think we can take it off. I don't think...
No outs.
Yes, we can take it off. No base stealing. Okay, here's Davenport. He's 0 for 3. Come on, you're a good hitter. Let's keep the carousel going. Well, let's get it started. He walks. Yes. I don't like this 2-runner at, leading the pack. I wonder if we should pinch run for him.
No outs. Men on first and second.
Can bring in Felipe Alou, Joey Amalfitano. Any pitchers? Not really. So those are the 2 guys. Amalfitano could pinch run. Should we? I hate to lose his bat. He's been hitting. He's the leading hitter for the Giants in this game. Bunning is now past his prime. He's 1 base runner away from being tired. Here's Pagan. He singled, popped out to third base, and flied out to Morton. Let's see if he can keep it going. Jose Pagan. Come on, Pagan. Oh! If he was a left-handed batter, that would have been a base hit. But now we have a possible double play. Oh, we have to roll a 1 or 2. 1 or 2 is no double play. Come on. I couldn't roll higher than 1 last time. So I should not be able to roll higher than 1 again. 6! Why couldn't I have rolled a 6 last time? Double play. Rally complete. We could have... Oh, man. What a difference that lefty-righty split makes. Here's Duffalo. He singled last time. And he's going to get another hit. That's why we left him in the game, just for this moment. Although we have 2 outs now.
2 outs. Men on first.
Bunning is tired. Why won't they bring in a relief pitcher? Guess they're toying with us. Matty Alou is singled twice. Popped out to third and ground to short. Here is the pitch. Come on, Alou. Let's keep it going. No, he doesn't. Ground ball to Chico Fernandez to end the inning, and the game is over.
Until next time, this is Replay Radio signing off.
The winning pitcher, Jim Bunning. The loser, Mike McCormick. And the MVP, Scott Boras' brother, Steve. Let's see what he did that's so good. 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. He had one of the home runs. So, yeah, he's pretty good. I guess his 3 RBIs put him over the scale. Bunning gave up 5 runs, so he wasn't going to be the player of the game, even though he pitched a complete game. And our pitcher, McCormick, was dreadful. 5.2 innings pitched, 6 runs, 8 hits, a walk, 5 strikeouts, and 2 home runs. And Jimmy Duffalo gave up 2 home runs in 2.1 innings. Not a good showing for the Giants. But there's always hope. There's always tomorrow. That's why you love baseball. There's always tomorrow. In football, you got to wait another week. You only get 1 crack at it. In baseball, you get 7 cracks. That's what makes this the grand old game. Well, thank you for tuning in today to the King Ikeboo Sports Network. Once again, the final score, the Detroit Tigers, 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors. And the San Francisco Giants, 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. This has been King Ikeboo signing off. Goodbye, everybody.